Well, morning folks. I'm just recovering from a heavy day of boxing. Obviously, it didn't finish till like 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm looking a bit worse for wear, as you can imagine. Now, to start off with, I'll talk about the Katie Taylor Chantel Cameron fight. Now, hey, I got that totally fucking wrong. I thought Katie Taylor was past it. I thought she was getting too old, and I thought Cameron would be too big and too strong for her. How fucking wrong I was. What a great performance from Katie Taylor. She took a majority decision victory over Cameron to take Cameron's undisputed light welterweight titles. So that makes Katie Taylor a two-weight undisputed champion. A lot of people were complaining, I've seen, online this morning about the fight. I personally didn't have a problem with it. Yeah, Katie Taylor was holding a little bit too much sometimes. My biggest issue was the knockdown in the first round that the referee said wasn't a knockdown. Now, to me, that was a knockdown. A punch landed, Taylor went down. She got back up, she wasn't hurt, she carried on. But I thought Cameron was a little bit unlucky there. I couldn't see, I've watched several replays of it, I couldn't see anything wrong with that. That was a legitimate knockdown. The referee, of course, the usual people, internet warriors have been screaming that, oh, the referee must have been paid off. Look, referees make mistakes all the time. You know, I'm not saying there's no corruption in boxing. Of course there is, but in the heat of battle, the heat of the moment, I don't think it was anything like that. Taylor fought a great fight. I'm wondering if part of it maybe is Cameron went in a little bit overconfident. You know, she's thinking, oh, Katie Taylor's getting a bit old now for a boxer. She's had a long career. I beat her last time. I'll beat her this time. I mean, I certainly thought that's what would happen. So, I got it totally wrong. And like I said yesterday, you know, it's nice to be wrong sometimes because it's boring if you're always right. So, no. I'd like to see the rematch. I'd like to see the third fight, the rubber match. It'd probably happen again in Ireland because Katie Taylor brings the fans. You know, she's the bigger name. You know, part of me thinks, oh no, maybe they should have it not in England. They've had the other two in Ireland, but Katie Taylor is the bigger star. She's the bigger name, so I think if it does happen, I ain't got a problem with it happening in Ireland. But it needs to happen. I think they've both got one each over on each other. So well done, Katie Taylor. Proved me fucking wrong. Proved a lot of people wrong. 37 years old fighting like that. I would say I didn't like so much of the holding too much. I found that that irritated me. I scored the fight 96-94 to Taylor. I had it quite close. I personally thought the 98-92 card was very wide, too wide. I didn't like that card at all, and of course the other one was a draw. So, yeah. But no, congratulations to Taylor. Cameron can come back again. It was a great fight, absolutely brilliant fight. I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. And obviously we had that big card for the United States last night. I'll start off with the WBA super featherweight title fight. Lamont Roach Jr., who, as a few years ago, failed in his previous world title attempt against Jamal Herring. He's picked up the WBA super featherweight title from Hector Luis Garcia. To be honest, I was kind of drifting in and out of the fight. It didn't grab me. It really didn't grab me at all. I was kind of, I'd say it was boring. I don't know. It didn't grab me. I was kind of doing other things, making myself a drink and playing with my dog and stuff like that. I was kind of watching it. I mean, the knockdown in the last round obviously sealed it for Lamont Roach Jr. So yeah, fair play to him. So we've got a new WBA super featherweight champion. The big fight I was looking forward to, and everybody was looking forward to, was Subriel Matias defending his IBF light welterweight title, making the first defence against Ergashev. I always screw up his first name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. You know who I'm talking about. Great fight. It didn't catch fire as much as I thought it would. Ergashev started really well, especially the first couple of rounds. he was landing some big punches. He was pushing Matias back, but Matias, after round 3, he turned it on, and he's a fucking warrior. He's an absolute threshing machine. That guy, he'll just keep punching and punching and punching. I was a little bit disappointed with how it ended right at the beginning of the 6th. I think, when his corner pulled out, he basically quit on his stool, and citing a leg injury. Now, I must admit, he did seem to be struggling to walk back to his corner at one point. It was either the 4th or the end of the 5th, probably, or both, actually, thinking about it. He did seem to be walking a bit strangely, but at that time, I thought he's struggling with the pace, because Subriel Matias was really, really putting it on him. So I just assumed it was that. And when he quit, initially I thought, well, he's had enough. He doesn't want to take any more. But yeah, now there's claims of a potential leg injury. So, but no, it was a good fight. Didn't catch fire as much as I thought it would. But no, I really enjoyed that one. Very good. I do like Subriel Matias. I think he's one to watch. He could be the next big star if promoted properly and if he gets the right fights. We have the return of Jamal Charlo, the WBC middleweight champion, who hasn't defended it for 2 years. Didn't defend it last night. It fucking amazes me, like I said before, how he keeps that belt. Surely the WBC have got to step in sooner or later and say, look, you're holding the division up, take the fucking thing off him. Anyway, he took an undisputed 10-round, fuck's sake, unanimous, right, get me fucking words right, you tell I haven't slept properly. Unanimous decision victory over 10 rounds over Jose Benavidez Jr. Punch perfect, good performance. He was naturally bigger in there. As we said yesterday, he didn't make weight. Can't complain with the result. I had it a shutout. I gave him pretty much I think I gave him every round, actually. Good performance, getting back in the ring. Good test for him. I mean, Benavidez is tough. He's a bit limited, but he's pretty fucking tough, and he showed it last night. But Charlo, I don't know. He needs to just vacate that fucking belt, move up to super middleweight, maybe go after. I wouldn't be angry with him going after Alvarez at the weight. Try and get revenge for his brother. The fight promotes itself. Canelo beat his twin brother. I'm going to come and get revenge for him. The fight sells itself. So I think he should vacate that WBC title, do the right fucking thing, and leave it to the likes of Janubek and Lara, because I believe Lara's still the WBA champion. Let them two fight. Big unification. Get all the belts. Whoever wins that has all the belts. Stop holding the fucking divisions up. It just irritates the shit out of me, really. But that's just, whatever. It is what it is. Of course, the main event, David Benavidez. I got this one right. I actually got one right this weekend. David Benavidez forced Demetrius Andrade, to quit at the end of the 6th. Well, they pulled him out his corner, waved it off, to be honest. He didn't quit. Good fight. I mean, Andrade, he was throwing so many combinations, especially early on. He was outlanding. Okay, some of them were landing on the gloves, but he was outlanding. He was outworking Benavidez, but nothing was bothering him. Nothing was hurting Benavidez. You could see his face. He was calm. He was clear. He was shaking him off, and then he went to work and he broke him down. He dropped him in, I believe it was the 4th. Dropped him. He landed a monstrous right hand that fucking shook him down to his boots, and then he just went over. And that was it. Yeah, once Benavidez smells blood, he's fucking going for you, and he did. And I think it was the right call. When Andrade's corner pulled him out. You could see he was dazed at the end of the round. He went back to his corner and he was fucked. And I think people get hurt. We don't want to see people getting hurt. You know what I mean? Life-changing hurt. I'm talking. Benavidez. I'd like to see Benavidez in there with Canelo Alvarez next. I think he's earned the right now, because obviously for years Andrade was calling Alvarez out. Alvarez, for whatever reason, didn't take the fight for whatever reason, whether he was ducking him. Oh, that's an accusation I've heard lots. Ducking him. Andrade wasn't a big enough name. Andrade was inactive. Andrade's styles all wrong for him. In difficult night, low, high risk, low reward thing. All kinds of different factors. And now Benavidez has just gone in there, done a number on him, stopped him, handed him his first defeat. Benavidez is the man, and I think logically the next big fight to make at super middleweight is Benavidez against Canelo Alvarez. Now, Canelo Alvarez, since he unified the division a couple of years ago, he's kind of holding, in my opinion, he's holding the super middleweight division up. Now, I love Alvarez. I haven't got a problem with him. I think he's brilliant. He is, at the moment, he's the face of the sport worldwide. He's pound for pound probably one of the best. But since he unified all those belts with his victory over Caleb Plant, he jumped up to light heavyweight and lost that fight, as we know, to Demetrius Bivol. Came back down, had the rubber match, well, the third fight with Triple G, Golovkin, last year. Golovkin's not a natural super middleweight. He had fought there before, obviously, but he was more of his career middleweight, and he was older, so it didn't really prove a lot. Then he had the fight with John Ryder. No problem with John Ryder. John Ryder was very brave that night. He fought his heart out. He took a lot of punishment. Lost a major decision, obviously. But again, John Ryder, not the top of the division. And then obviously, it's just weird. And then obviously the Charlo fight. And Charlo came up 2 weight divisions to challenge for the titles. So to me, that never proved anything. Take nothing away from Alvarez. He won. He did what he had to do. He's at a stage in his career now where he's after the money, and he's had a long career. So I don't begrudge certain things, but I think the super middleweight division is suffering a little bit, and I think David Benavidez deserves his shot. David Morrell potentially could fight David Benavidez. That would be a good one. He's the WBA regular champion, because they haven't had that unification fight yet to sort that mess out with the WBA. So either fight Benavidez. Canelo should either fight Benavidez or vacate the belts and move up to light heavyweight and stay at light heavyweight for the remainder of his career. Potentially chase a fight with the rematch with Bivol, because I don't know how many years Canelo's got left really, because he's been around a long time. And especially a sport like boxing, which is a tough, hard sport, that's just the training. The training is hard. That's without the fighting on top of it. So I think he should vacate the belts, move up. I'm shivering. That's why the fucking camera's moving. I'm trying to keep it steady because it's fucking freezing out here. I think he should move up to light heavyweight, and vacate the belts, and if he's not going to fight Benavidez or Morrell, and let Morrell and Benavidez take over the division, potentially fight each other. That'd be a good one. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Good night of boxing. Really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, absolutely. It's been a fucking fantastic year for boxing this year. It really, really has. And it's one of the best years for a long time, where a lot of big fights have happened. A lot of good results have happened. I mean, there's still shenanigans. You're going to get that in boxing. It's just the way boxing is. Right, I'll let you people go. Hope you all enjoyed the weekend. Thank you for listening to me. It means a lot to anybody, all 64 of you, I think, last I checked, who subscribe to this channel. I didn't think I'd even get one guy or girl listening to me, to be honest. I'm just a middle-aged guy who likes a couple of beers, loves to smoke a cigar, who loves boxing and lives and breathes and eats boxing every day. So thank you again. Take care, folks. I'll speak to you soon.